If we took that day to spend on health, fitness, we'll be able to lose more calories that day. If we then said, I want to also do something else that day, I want to film some videos, do some work, right? Then health will need to be sacrificed that day.
Mhm.
So for sure, when you distribute your energy differently, the results will show differently. So it's very important for us to manage our time, right? Manage the distribution of time. But I think a more important thing is
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Ask Master Anything. My name is Maria, and I am here with Master Sri Akarshana. Namo Himalaya, Master.
Namo Himalaya.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your time. And today's question is a very, very juicy question. And we have Keep Calm that asks techniques to manifest health, wealth, love, peace, and joy at the same time. So if you want to know the answer, make sure to stay tuned until the end of this video. Master, what do you have to say to this question?
This is manifesting everything, huh? Wanting
Yes,
everything.
that's right.
So, first of all, to acknowledge that what we focus on expands. So, if we are focusing, let's say, for example, let's not even speak about manifestation for a moment. Let's talk about taking one day. If we took that day to spend on health, fitness, we'll be able to lose more calories that day. If we then said, I want to also do something else that day, I want to film some videos, do some work, right? Then health will need to be sacrificed that day.
Mhm.
So for sure, when you distribute your energy differently, the results will show differently. So it's very important for us to manage our time, right? Manage the distribution of time. But I think a more important thing is, and this is what we usually teach on our Super Creator program, is the straight line manifestation technique. Is to say that sometimes we may not think about this. Let's say, for example, we're saying, okay, I want to manifest a beautiful relationship. Okay. Now, if somebody was to visualize their beautiful relationship, sometimes it's like, oh, me and my loved ones be traveling the world and all this type of stuff, right? Now, the thing is this though, we need to come back with a moment because let's say, for example, that was your dream partner, and then suddenly she or he rocks up the next moment and says, "Okay, let's go traveling," right? And then you're like, "I don't have any money to travel," or "No, I'm stuck in a job right now,"
Mhm.
or my parents won't allow me," or whatever the circumstance is. Then it's like, "Hey, it didn't work. Why? Because the other pillars were not satisfied, right? So I think it's very important for people to first start looking at if I had the most perfect timeline, right? If I was to tell a story, imagine this was you could connect the dots any way you like and you can write your story any way you like, right? What's most important first? In the same sense, some people will say, okay, I want to manifest a guy with a six pack abs, looking really, really fit, right? And we always say we attract what we are.
Yes.
And so we need to also put ourselves in a situation of if I was the six-pack guy, what type of girl would I be looking for, right? And do you have the health and fitness to be able to match that right now? That is also another question, right? So if we look at the full story, the full picture, and we were to say, hey, if we be very honest with ourselves here, what timeline would suit best? And most likely for a lot of people, health is very important because without that energy, we can't have anything else. So we need to distribute some sort of time per day looking after our health, right? So that should be our manifestation, should be a small proportion to that, right? All the time. The second thing is probably wealth. Whether people like it or not, people will be like, no, I want traveling more. But you gotta have something to travel with. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gotta have some money or something. So I think when people become financially free, if that became a priority manifestation, they'll find that love and relationships and everything else it'll be less stressful
Mhm.
because you have freedom. You have time and money freedom. You don't need to be stuck in a job. So I would come up with some sort of timeline, then come up with some sort of story, and then visualize that story. So that is straight line manifestation mapping. So we'll map it out. Then what we'll do is we will visualize the story and say, okay, right now I'm visualizing that first thing, I need to quit my job. I visualize me quitting my job. But then I'm going to need an income. So I need to visualize something that's giving me income, whether I start my YouTube channel and it's paying me X amount of money. I need to visualize that. Now I have that amount of money. Then I visualize myself buying a car or whatever. Then I visualize myself really spending time looking after my health more. I have the freedom to do that now. Spend more time doing that. Then I am the perfect match for my perfect partner. And I visualize, them coming in, right? Now, sometimes people will be thinking, oh, but I don't want to attract love later on, right? But it's not that much later. If you focus intensely on it now, it could be the case that in a few months' time, you've got everything sorted and your full manifestation picture has already happened. So I suggest a few things for whoever even is thinking that they want to manifest multiple things, right? Number one, put a timeline together. Number two, start visualizing that story, right? As if the whole thing is happening in that sequential order. And then number three, start working on the micro manifestations. So the things that need to happen first, just work on those things. If they work on every micro manifestation in the timeline, naturally what will happen is the whole miracle will be manifested and they'll be looking back and thinking, wow, it just all happened, right? And they don't even feel like they tried so much because they're only working on the micro manifestations. So that would be my recommendation.
Wow, Master, that was absolutely amazing, especially because, as we always say when we talk about law of attraction, is clarity. And what you have shared is being exactly very detailed in towards that manifestation that you want to attract. So thank you so much, Master, for that answer. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it whatsoever, hit the like button, the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to our channel and also hit the little bell that is on the side so that you can activate the notifications. And that way, whenever we go live or whenever we post a video, you will be notified, and that way you will get the most out of this amazing knowledge that Master shares with us. Thank you so much, Master. Namaste.
Namaste.